I thought of you when I saw that story.
Well, thank you. I'd make a good Willy Wonka, I think, but don't have the
Oh,
funds to rent out an empty building and scam people, you know. Our interaction with Creative Works London, trying to get them on,
right.
they 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 blew us off.
They said,
We
I have it up. They said, you wrote as a designer, because this is what the subject we're going to get into today, talking about the general video and uh the blowback, the criticism, the many opinions on it. So you wrote, as a designer, I always appreciate exploring new paths. Would you consider coming on the AFD podcast to explain the process by any chance? Conception, sketches to final product, etc. And then Creative Works London, UK, just if you want to follow them on X. See, I'll give them a plug, even though they said this. There's already interviews scheduled with publications that will get into that a deep level. I can't read it. I said I was fine. I said I got plenty of rest with Baby Harrison, but it's not
it's
happening.
those honey loop Cheerios or whatever
Uh,
you've just
yeah,
had.
I know they're blocking off the oxygen to my brain. There's already interviews scheduled with publications that will get into that at a deep technical level. We will post when published. Thanks for the interest. So I believe that but they were all publications. They were all print, right? As far as
Yeah,
I know, that's not. I'm sorry. I mean, I come. I started in print. I want to say that because I wanted to be a journalist, and I respect print media. I hate what's happened to it because the golden days of I'm only 40. The golden days of journalism. There's always been some sort of yellow journalism there, but it's so different now. So anyway, you're not going to be able to get the kind of back and forth or have the kind of interview. And I say this with no ego at all, but just because it's a fact, you're not going to get the same interview with me. You're going to get a better interview because
yeah,
I know the subject matter with Guns N' Roses. I'm watching I'm reading what the fans are saying. It is an open discussion forum. So if you say something, I can say something back, vice versa. We can break it down. If things I don't understand, print is print. Like there's no wiggle room. That's it. So
yeah.
cool that you did those, but I just think an interview with me would be better. I don't just want to be another one. I don't want this just to be another podcast. I don't want you, G, or the AFD show listeners to be just other listeners. I want everyone to kind of feel cool for following along with this. But yeah, 30,000 is certainly nothing to sneeze at, but that's not enough. That's
Yeah,
just not, it's not enough. So things need to be, that needs to get higher. That tells me that despite how well we've done, because the legitimacy also came when I started getting picked up by Loudwire and Ultimate Classic Rock and these websites. I don't send out my interviews.
yeah,
Hey, Ultimate Guitar. I used to at the beginning, trying to get my name out there. I didn't know how to approach it, but now I'll put something out. Blabbermouth, Ultimate Guitar. We'll just pick it up and
yeah,
transcribe it. I'll see some interviews transcribed in other languages, Russian, Greek. I mean, it's incredible. So there's legitimacy there, but it tells me that there still aren't enough people that know who we are. I still get messages all the time. Hey, I just found you. And
yeah,
it's awesome that we have this tremendous back catalog for people to catch up on. So it tells me that people don't know who we are yet, even though we've been here for a while, we've been established, and there's so much room to grow and so many areas still to explore and discuss regarding Guns N' Roses. So there's
yeah.
just it's we haven't tapped this out yet. So there's
No,
still so much more to do, and that's what we're doing here.
yeah. And a month ago, I started researching the lost years of Guns N' Roses. So I'm hoping to turn that into some sort of content for the podcast as well. I'm still reading. I haven't, but this is the point, right? We're working towards something else down the line. We just need
Sure.
to get everything else sorted out first, so then it's now easier to do it. And if the podcast is bringing money in, it allows us to donate more of our time to the podcast.